Hey guys, how's it going? Heidi again, working on the van. The van. Alright, been working for several hours. Mostly I've been wrestling with insulation. I decided to remove some of the insulation from the bulkhead and install more insulation and then put the other back. I'll show you. Hang on. Oh boy. I've been out here all day. The temperature's been dropping. It was in the mid 30s. Now it's down to high 20s. Ugh. I have a heater though, so that's good. All right. So yeah. I still have a bunch of that. Hang on. Oh. I still have a pretty big pile of Reflectix that I got from a customer that's very big. I've been doubling it over and using it because it's only one layer. So I've been doubling it over. I put it in. So let me show you. So yeah, so this bulkhead right here, I had this insulation finished, the foam board. And then on the metal bulkhead I should say, sound deadening material, which is an aluminum exterior with butyl tape underneath. And I thought, I have so much of this Reflectix left over, I should just put some in here. You can't really see it, but you can hear it. So what I ended up doing is I just popped out these foam board pieces, popped them out, put the Reflectix in. Guess I could show you. Do I want to pop this out? No. You can just trust me. Uh-oh. Now I messed up. Oh, okay. Alright, so. Yeah. So I redid that front part. This corner back here needed some more Reflectix because I didn't have any in there. So I put a huge chunk in there, taped all the seams with foil tape, and then I went ahead and cut out and put my foam board in. That wall has 3 layers of Reflectix. That's all it's going to get because there's not really enough room for any foam board in here because it's too narrow. I don't know. Maybe I could fit a little bit of foam board. So, as you can see, I finally got insulation up here on the top part. Got that in there nicely. I just glued it in. And I've got sound deadening material behind it. And I was really careful to really get it in there good and cut it to shape. Got this part up here done. I glued that in as well. It's in there really good. I added a little bit more framing here at the top to kind of get up to the level of this metal. Actually, I tried to add more framing, but I ran out. So I'm going to have to get some more to fill in here. Okay. So, I'll move this light. Went ahead and got the rest of this side done. Got the foam board in up here. This also has sound deadening material behind it. That took a long time to get all that done. What else have I done? Let's see. Right now I'm working on my cat corridor. So the bed will be here. I'm getting ready to do that. As soon as I screw that together, I'm going to go ahead and put the bed frame in here. I'm going to build a little cubby back here. And then I'm going to build the bed frame, which I pretty much already have all the materials for the bed frame. I should just be a simple matter of doing a couple of cuts because the stuff I have is already sanded and whatnot. A few cuts, screw things together, and just kind of stick it on the wall there. Kind of wanted to get that together. And then tomorrow I ordered some really wide, 6-inch wide white duct tape. And what I'm going to do is, with that 6-inch wide duct tape, I'm going to cover all of this aluminum foil that's on the fender wells. I'm just gonna very carefully put the duct tape on. I thought about getting contact paper, but the duct tape will last better and it will adhere better. So I'm going to cover all that with white duct tape. I went ahead and put some more filler in between here. And I filled in around the fender well a second coating of silicone, white silicone, both sides. Over here, along here, to fill all that in. And then I'm going to cover that over with white duct tape because this is going to be a storage area in here. And I want it to be all white so that when I open it up, put things in, it'll be easy to see in there. I also recoated this area here between the subfloor and the metal. I put another layer of silicone in here so it's nice and thick now. Yeah, so this little cat thing that I'm working on. Let's see if I can move this light to a better position. Uh-oh. Knock the space heater around. The space heater is ancient. Look at this thing. It belongs to a friend of mine. Oh, the guy that has this barn. Anyway, so back here, I wanted to make a little cat hallway. Now, I started doing it. I only have a little bit of room to work with back here, as you can see. So, I wanted to make it as long as half the width of this wall. That way, I have two cats. When they come under the bed, they'll come back here, and they can go through this little doorway, through this little hallway, and then I'm going to have two openings here. I'm going to have a little swinging door here and a swinging door here. So two doors. So they can come through here. I'm actually going to get really nice plastic cat doors. One here, one there. And then this opening up here, I'm just going to put like a curtain. If you know anything about cats, like I do, you don't want just one way in and out of that litter box. In case one of them decides they're not in a good mood and they get into a fight, and then there's only one exit. So I'm going to have two exits, plus this nice wide opening. Oh, excuse me. And then, back here in my storage area, where I got a bunch of jackets and blankets. Anyway, back here, well, you can't even see, it's too dark. Need more light back here. Anyway, the cat box is going to be back here. There's plenty of room for it. And there will be two doorways for each cat to get in and out, just in case they both show up at the same time. They won't be fighting over it. And then that area that area back there on the floor will be dedicated for the cat box. And then the rest of this storage area back here I can use for other things. Only thing is, when I started putting this together, this is what happens when you're doing DIY builds. You try to think ahead and measure everything and, you know, look for products, find the product you're going to buy, get the measurements, and then when you go to put things together, try to make sure everything's going to fit. Well, I love it. I love it when this happens. So I'm putting this thing together a little while ago, this little hallway, and then I realized I was planning on putting a cat door right here. Well, I was looking at it and I'm like, wait a minute. I don't even know if that cat door is going to fit here. So I go and look up the cat door I'm getting ready to order. It's 9.5 inches wide and 9.5 inches tall. And I'm using these 2x2s. So if I had framed this out with the 2x2s, it would have made this opening pretty small. So I tried to use these 1x2s. Still not big enough. So the cat door is not going to fit here at all. But at least I made the opening wider by using these more narrow pieces of wood. That'll give the cats plenty of room to get in and out. Like I said, I'll just cover this over like a nice curtain. And then, where I have more room back here, I have plenty of room to frame this out for the cat door. I'll just get two cat doors, like I said. One here, one there. And that'll have to do. And of course, this is all going to get framed in. Well, not framed in. This is all going to get plywood over it. Plywood. And the reason why I wanted to build this up back here is so that the cats step up in here and they go back, and then they're stepping down into the back part, and that'll keep the cat litter from getting in here. And then what I'm going to do with this right here is I'm going to get a really nice piece of plexiglass and put here something that it'll just sit in here. That way I can remove it and clean it, you know, because, you know, cats track in and out and they, you know, they make a mess on the floor. So it'll be nice and plastic, easy to clean. And then on the, well, the rest of it I'm just going to just do plywood. And then they'll probably scratch it up and then I'll have to replace it at some point. But anyway, just want to show you guys, this is my idea. So that my bed will come all the way out to where this blue tape is. The whole cat box area is way in the back because I have this corridor and I'll have a curtain and these separate doors to the back. That will help keep a separation between the living space and the cat bathroom. And I might even install a little fan back here in one of the doors to kind of exhaust it. That might be nice too. But this way, it'll give us a little bit of a separation. That way, you know how it is. In a closed space like this with cats, you know, you kind of want to do what you can to separate yourself from the fumes, let's call them. All right. So, that's my cat thing. When it gets finished, I will show you guys. I still don't have the windows in yet. Those are supposed to arrive tomorrow, but I was supposed to go pick up some butyl tape, and I didn't get that done, and now I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get the butyl tape. So the windows might have to wait until probably a couple days from now, because the temperature's supposed to get down in the single digits. It's going to be very, very cold. I definitely don't want to be dealing with butyl tape and windows and trying to cut out for windows when it's really cold out. That's just not a good idea to work with cold metal, to be trying to work with butyl tape when it's cold. It's, you know what though? It kind of is better dealing with it when it's colder. Because when it's warm out and you're trying to deal with butyl tape, it gets really like pliable and stringy, and then it's not as easy to work with. I'm going to keep that in mind, actually, now that I think about it. Anyhow, this is how far along I got today. It's getting pretty late. I'm going to screw that cat hallway into place. And then I'm just going to go ahead and throw this bed frame together. Because like I said, I already have these slats. They're ready to go. I already have... I have a bed frame. I have a bed frame that I built and took apart that was an apartment size. So I'm going to take that bed frame, cut it down so that it fits in here. So it should be a simple matter of taking some measurements, cutting it a little bit smaller, assembling it, and just kind of putting it into place back here. Yeah. It's kind of nice, though, that I have this additional structure, because this will make it really easy to set up the slats. I won't need as much support. Just mainly be the support on the front part here. And then, of course, I'm going to build a little cubby back here. So actually, that'll take care of the bed support, the back and the sides. And then I can just do the frame up here. That makes it even easier to make the bed frame. All right, that's all I got, guys. Talk to y'all later. Hopefully I can wrap up and go home and get a hot shower.